I asked our guest if he understood Yoruba before we came on air, because he's an Igbo boy. In fact, aptly, his name is Happiness, because he just makes you happy. So I asked him if he spoke Yoruba. He said yes. He understood Yoruba very well, because I had just said, watching that clip, I just said, Omode Yoruba. And his response was, that's me Ogbadun. That's what we used to eat. Happiness, Ikechukwu.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, and welcome to Sunrise.
Thank you for having me. I'm a fan of the show.
But Ogbadun.
Very well. That's correct. Shebi is the Ogbadun that brought me here.
Oh, it's the lack of Ogbadun that brought you here.
Exactly.
So you're a fan of the show?
Yeah.
We need ACO. Fans are dated.
You do intelligent jokes. You know this kind of jokes, they don't work.
So it's a joke?
No, it's a joke, but all these kind of jokes, they don't work in Agege. You can do these jokes in VI, Ikoyi, those where they are sound people. If you do this joke in Abulegba, they will tell you, Kilo Tuku. Where's the remaining? They won't pay you.
Oh, by the way, Happiness is known in the circuit as H Prince.
What drove you into comedy?
Oh, God.
What drove me?
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah,
well, I don't know why you had to use that line, but...
Okay, what made you go into comedy?
Yeah.
It drove you?
No, it actually drove me. Actually drove me. So
Okay.
It wasn't something that I really wanted to do. Even if So my dad was a failed comedian. He was a failed stand-up comedian in Delta State. Yeah, he didn't succeed. I'm glad. Hope you watch this, then you get motivated.
It's okay.
Sorry, sir. Sorry,
no,
sir.
It's not a serious thing. Don't worry.
That's where you got it from.
It's not bad, you know. He runs in this thing. So my dad is a funny guy. My mom too, extremely funny. So I didn't really grow up with my dad that much, because all the time my dad was in Europe. So I grew up with my mom. But my mom would tell me how very unserious my dad can be. If my dad is with you will laugh from morning till night. So I knew it was something that was in the family blood. And my mom liked
something.
Yeah, my mom liked to watch comedy. She loved watching comedy because at work she was always stressed. So Night of 1,000 Lamb never ceased from our house. She buys the tapes and all of that. But I didn't want to do comedy. I wanted to do music. That was what I wanted to do. So the H Prince wasn't for comedy. That brand name was for music. So, and at the time where I started, because I started in 2015 professionally. So at the time where I started, I noticed that people who come into the business always want to bear funny names. They were like, from the funny name, you know that this person is a comedian. So when I started bearing H Prince, and when I come up, I do comedy, people be like, this guy, you don't want chop for this work. Which one be H Prince? So you go bear name way Kong. I said, no. The idea is that it wasn't comedy I wanted to do. So when I now eventually started doing comedy, I couldn't change the name again because people were already calling me that. So it was music.
How did the music part go?
So he ended with, you know those Egwadugu that will say, well, you won't call me, my worry. That's where he ended. Money didn't come out. I would just rap and rap, because I used to rap, I sing, then I play music instrument, because my mom used to hold the key to our church then. So anytime she goes to clean, I'll start trying my hands on. So it was, but the first day I did comedy, my pastor's wife, she already knew that there was this funny bone in me. She noticed it, even in choir practice. So they set me up one day. We had this Thanksgiving in church, and the MC did not show up. I said, Happiness, you will do this thing. I said, Mommy, I don't do for drum. Now drum I want. I said, no, you will go, I will go leave this. All those things where they do for choir practice, they make people laugh. Come do it here. And that was how the first time I did it, and I didn't know what I was saying. I was just mimicking people, like quiet. I was just mimicking Usher. People were laughing. They were spraying me money.
Yeah.
So when we got to, my mom just looked at me and said, "You'll do this work." I said, "I don't understand." No, you'll do this work. All the music where they say anything come out. What other sign do you need to know that? May our gentle soul rest in peace, because my mom is no longer here with us. But guess what? Ever since then till now, that's how I've been living. That's how I've been eating. people have never paid me to do anything in my life than to make them happy. So I guess she was right after all.
Not cry, you.
No. I don't heal.
You don't?
I don't heal from the distance.
Now, how before Alera will say I take the question out of her mouth. Yeah, ask your question. But she said I took it out of her mouth again.
When did you start comedy?
2015, professionally. I've been doing it in class. I didn't know it was even comedy. You just stand up and,
Make people laugh.
I didn't know it was, but professionally.
And those ones were not paying you.
Yeah, no, those ones were not paying. Just, those kind of things. That guy are very funny. But professionally, when I started getting gigs, events, MC, that was 2015.
No.
This industry that you are in, don't you feel that it's a bit saturated now?
Yeah. I think that's a very good question. That's a very good question. And I think it's about time that we, create some sort of a body. Every profession has a professional body. Say, for example, the accountants have ICANN. The HR, I think they have their own body too.
Yes.
Managers, NIM, all those stuff. I think we need to create something like that so that the real guys that have this talent would not be disrespected. Because what I discover is a lot of people are coming into it because they know it's easy to enter. Then they are mediocres. They don't really know this. They don't really have the skill set, but they know the business. So they leverage on the business side, make all the money, then start paying the real guys that have the talent. So being oversaturated here is because we have not really created a system for scrutiny for the people that are coming in, right? So that anybody can just come, and where there is no policy or regulation, I mean, you can't sabotage, and infiltration is inevitable.
I'm trying to imagine a chartered institute of
Comedians. Well, maybe not chartered.
You could have. It doesn't have to sound that serious. I think in Nollywood.
No, it will be scattered institute of comedians.
If it's scattered, nothing will want there. It has to be. But in Nollywood, the actors have something like they have Actors Guild. Directors have. Do you understand? So I mean, they have somewhere to fall back. So these things help to monitor the people that come in and their behaviors and their everything, all of so.
One of the issues that your sector of the entertainment industry has had to contend with is that of the dichotomy between hosting an event and serving as a comedian.
Yeah.
Now people now get one for the price of two.
Yeah.
Or is it two for the price of one?
Two for the price of one.
So they need a comedian and they need an MC or an event host.
They hire a comedian.
So we hire a comedian.
Yeah.
So they just hire a comedian who can host the show.
Host the show, yeah.
And then you only charge them for one of the two. What do you make of that?
So for me, I think why people have that.
But it's not everyone that has the gifting or the skill set for hosting an event.
Yes. I agree with that. I was getting to that.
Okay.
So why I think a lot of people have that perception is because of the two. Both parties use the microphone. So they believe that anybody that holds the mic can do both, or can do this or do the other. But the truth of the matter is there are two different things. Though they have similar ethics, like in terms of, because stand-up comedy is like public speaking, so the same way as hosting. But the difference there is knowing the mood of the environment and the people. And truth be told, if you are a comedian first, I think you should go learn how to MC. Maybe you can, I can speak for myself. I worked with a few people because I knew I was good. Comedy-wise, I could tell jokes, I was funny. But the hosting event part, it didn't come to me naturally, right? And it was something that I wanted to do so that, of course, and they collect for here, they collect for there. But I knew that if I have to do it and make sense. I must not be mediocre at it. So I learned it. So you can learn. Do you understand? But some people, they want to jump the gun. They don't have that patience. They're like, if I don't crack joke already, this mic is the same thing. But anchoring events and doing stand-up are not the same. They are very different things. In fact, you can, if you see me anchoring some corporate events, you will not even know that I'm that funny guy, because there are things, there are lines you shouldn't cross. You will only know that if you're a professional MC. You might not know that as a professional MC. So is I don't know how to put it. It's deceitful until you know the basics. You mix the two, so it's not the same actually. But you need the skill set. There are some skill set from the two that works, but there are still rudiments that you need to follow.
This is October already. The year is coming to an end. Do you have any things planned for Christmas?
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to kill one chicken this Christmas, and I would eat it. That's what I plan now.
That's murder. You know that is murder.
God that gave Abraham this thing this thing.
No, that one was Asun.
It was Asun. Okay. So let me paraphrase. As soon as I hold the chicken. So for this year, I'm just concentrating on my comedy club. I have this comedy club I run, because I'm someone that's really passionate about the comedy club culture, because I think that is the grooming point for every comedian. And if we lose social media, that's the best way you can retain your clientele, because those people see you more often, you perform to them more often. It's like a community for you, right? So that's the only thing I've been doing for the year. I have one I do, jokes and bands, jabs with H Prince at Ikeja. Then for next year, my body of work is ready. That's my next comedy special. Comedy show, yeah, written, ready. So we're going to be having that next year, and then some other project.
Are you also going to join the filmmaking club?
Definitely. Everybody is tapping into that, because, okay, I know why you're asking this question. I was one of my colleagues that was on this show, and you asked him the same question.
Really?
Yes, something similar to this.
Who are it?
No, I don't know. Let me not mention his name.
Okay.
So, but I like the fact that people are now seeing that comedians make great actors, and I'll tell you why. What do they do in film? What do they do in movie? Dialogue. What do we do in stand-up? Monologue.
Both of them have log.
All of them have log. A comedian is on stage cracking jokes and he's telling you 3 stories. Sometimes he acts out all the characters.
True.
In one story. True. Just to make you laugh. So why can't he act in a film? If he can juggle 3 characters in one joke to make you laugh, why can't he take on one character and kill it? So the distance is not far. You'll be seeing me in movies, a lot of them, don't worry.
Don't
Very
forget
soon.
Yeah.
It's stand-up, not
And you're going to
run-up.
be producing as well?
Producing, if I see the money. But for now, I think I've done some projects that are in the can. They're going to be out very soon. Series and all that. Then I'll now look into producing if I want to. But I have some scripts that I've written myself, because I also write. There's a lot of bread there too.
He said stand-up and act. In movies, it's not stand-up, it's run. In movie, you have to run, you have to walk. So are you walk-up comedians too, or run-up comedians?
No, there's nothing like that. I already have stand-up and sitcom.
Okay.
Sitcom is a type of film. You see?
You're actually looking for a way to...
No, I'm trying to tell you that there are scopes to it. They're interrelated.
Before you got into the industry, did you have fears?
No. So now I don't. Because I was sure that this was what I was meant for. Like, I was sure that this was what I was going to do.
Have you had a time when you was like...
Low season?
Yes, like...
yes, of course.
Man, what's not different for you?
Yeah, so there's that. I mean...
Give us that story.
Man, okay, I'll just give you one story. I did a show in Ijebu. People are wicked. So they told me they would come. Sold tickets, did everything, you know. So I was doing a diploma course there then. So I was going to leave. I said, let me just give them something now. Let me do one show. And I put in everything. Did posters, did flyers, ready, and I always prepare for my shows. I've written jokes, 1 hour jokes ready. And on the day of the show, we're just 15 in the hall. And I don't know what, fate is good, but when you overdo it. So I now went to go and rent a hall that had upstairs. So it was very obvious that people didn't come. Do you know why I knew that that show, even the people that I hired, because I had bouncers, ushers, they didn't even take the show seriously. DJ was playing inside, they brought their own Bluetooth.
Yeah.
They were playing to let you know that they're not even sure they're going to have fun here. It's funny now, but then, that was the first time this job ever made me cry.
And it didn't chase you away?
No, it didn't. It didn't. My mom was with me in that show, and she was praying. My mom was very spiritual, so she came and said, "Oh, people never come." She was speaking in tongues. I said, "Mommy, this thing what they see, I don't think
it's more than tongues.
People they come here because there are 5 shows that same day in that same vicinity." It was painful after I had prepared and everything, because I love my art. I put so much work into my craft. And people didn't show up. So when I went to the backstage, I was just saying, I was just crying. I said, God. But guess what? The following year, I did another show in Lagos, and it was full. It was jam-packed. People were lapping.
Yeah?
That thing happened in 2018. Then I did a show in 2019, and people were lapping.
Okay. December 22.
Yeah.
Yes. Put it in your diary.
Yes, sir.
We have a show for you in this hall. You will be giving back to society.
Definitely, of course.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So just saying.
H
That's
Prince.
DSS, by the way. DSS, for those of you who know it. No, it's not that DSS. It's our own December sunrise.
Tell them the full meaning, though. Nigerians can be scared now.
They will think that you have been arrested.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
H Prince, whose real name is Happiness Ikechukwu. Thank you very much. And Ikechukwu closes our Sunrise edition for today, the 26th day of October 2024, being the last Saturday in the month of October. A fresh edition will come to you next week, he being our strength. My name is Alero Edu, wishing you a happy weekend and see you next month.
I'm Ayo Makinde.
Bye, yo. As they say among the Jaws.